Are you on a budget like me and you still want to create really cool ephemera for your journals? I got these index cards, just plain 4x6 index cards, and I've turned them into this ephemera. All sorts of styles, and I'm going to go through a few of the things I've made, plus I'm going to do some demos of how to make them. So before we get to actually creating, we have to transform these into something we can use. And what I've done is I have covered them with a variety of things. So I've covered some with, these are tea bags, just old tea bags. The back is coffee dyed, just with a paintbrush and some watered down coffee. Covered them in book pages, and again on the back, music paper, book pages, which I have then sort of, you know, done dunking in some distress ink. That's more dunking because I got carried away. I've covered some with tissue paper, and I think I have covered it with ordinary tissue paper as well, but I've used those, so I'm going to show you those when I get there. Okay, so that's your first step. So you need to do that first, but I'm not going to go through all that with you because I'm pretty sure that you can coffee dye a few of these. So the first thing I want to show you how I did is probably the easiest, and that is just to make little recipe cards. It's just coffee dyed cards. As you can see, looks so much better. So I've just put leftover cardstock around the edge of that one. This is washi tape, a bit more washi tape. This time I've put a strip down the middle, and you can do whatever style you want. I think I've done one with a tap on as well, which you can just add with some card. I've made a pocket. This one is covered with tissue, and as you can see, it's got the wrinkles. And all you do is you cut off the top of one of them and stick them together, and you've got a lovely little pocket that you can decorate up. We're going to be decorating that one. We're also going to be making a little booklet. Very, very easy. Anybody can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. And we're also going to be making some little flip outs. So you just fold a corner back, pop it in your page, and you've got a little flip out to write on. And then I went a step further, and this one can be glued down. It can be a tuck spot. You can pin it to the side of your page, and all it does is just open up, and inside you've got a bit of writing paper. So you'll probably come up with your own ideas, but I thought for today what we're going to make is one of these in a, we'll decorate that in a moment. I'm going to make a little booklet. Now I've got some pages ready ripped out because, you know, that's the easy bit. And yeah, I think I'm going to fold it that way so I've got writing on. Now obviously these are for my grungy journal, so they are quite grungy. You can do these in whatever style you like. There are, you know, so many styles out there, but I thought, why not make ephemera for my own journals? So basically, fold it in half. Oh, fold it two in half. Oh, I'll make another one in a minute. And then measure your paper so it fits inside. Fold it up. Now this is a no-sew little mini journal, so we're going to staple. You can sew this in if you like with a little 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Wouldn't take 5 minutes, but I want to keep it really simple. Bit of foam, bit of children's play foam. Now I have an issue with my stapler. It doesn't open all the way up, so I have to sort of put it on the edge of my bench and staple in the centre. Sorry about that. If your staple might open all the way, if it doesn't, just do it on the edge of your table like that. But do make sure you've got something underneath. Now I use this bit of foam. You can use a stack of cardboard, or some fabric, anything that you've got that will mean that the staples are still sticking up. And then all you do is you bend these down. Now, I've tried doing this with my scissors. I've tried doing this with a bone folder. But honestly, the easiest way to do it is just with your fingers, like that. Bend them down. Unless your fingers are really bad. And then just flatten it with your scissors. Okay. Now, I don't like the staples because I'm worried about how sharp they are. So what I usually do is I've got a bit of fabric and I'll glue a little bit of fabric down the side. It acts not only as a cover the staples job, but also it looks lovely. You could use paper. You could use some scrapbook paper if you've got plenty of that, or any scrap of fabric that will match with your design. I don't know whether this is going to match with my design. I'm just using it because it's there. And junk journals can be whatever you like. So we'll just let that dry. And we're going to decorate the front. So I do have a few bits and pieces here. And what I've dug out is a ready-made cluster. So you know all them clusters you keep making? Perfect opportunity to use one. And just pop it on the front. And you're done. So, where's my glue? Where's my glue? Now, we do all like to make our clusters, and how many of you have them all sitting in a box or a tin or something, and you still haven't used them? This is a great little budget making session where you can actually get them out and use them. And you can put them on here, you can put them on your pockets. You can put them on the front of your flips like this. If they're ready-made, ready to go, it's going to make this process a lot quicker. Of course, you can decorate them how you like. I've done so many different types, and I'm going to do some more because it's quite addictive. So there you go. It's done. How simple is that? You can put a pocket inside, so you could add a tag inside and put a pocket. I may do that when I put it into the journal. I may not. But I like to leave my options open. That one just needs a little bit more inking. And you can decorate the back if you want, but I don't want to make it too bold. So there you go. Bit of ink around the edge and it's ready to go in. Not too bulky. So that's why I'm not putting anything on the inside, because I want this to fit into a pocket. Like this. How cool is that? So I suppose we ought to decorate this one. So what we're going to do with this, I've got bits, I've just got scraps. So we're going to put maybe some lace. Oh, that's totally grungy. Oh, I like that. Do I like that? I can't see that. Oh, I am running out now. I've had quite a few. I've made quite a few, guys. Right, I think something like that. It doesn't have to be, you know, oops. Does this happen to you? Yep. Happens to me all the time. I've got a tissue. Let me get rid of that. Off my hands. Because you know I love my hands to be grubby. Okay, so all we do... Honestly, the longest part of this is prepping all the index pages. So I didn't think you wanted to watch me do that. You can cover them in anything you like. I've just used a whole variety of different things. Book pages are brilliant, but you can use whatever you've got. Let's put it down here like we had it. And my glue is almost out. I do have some more, so we'll be okay. I'm going to pop that on. Bit of Hessian. And what else we're going to... Oh, we were going to put this on as well, weren't we? So I'm going to use this because I'm gluing on top of fabric. literally gluing on top of the fabric. And just use up all your scraps, all your bits of ephemera that you've got, like tickets and stamps and things like that. Or we could put a big stamp on it. We could put that on. That'd look funny, wouldn't it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Why not? You're going to put another stamp on there to make it look sort of funky. There we go. So you've got a pocket and a little booklet. I mean, that's going to have to go in a big journal. Your index cards might be smaller than mine, but you get the idea, guys. You get the idea. So now we're going to make the flip, I think, whatever you've covered it in, decorate the front, and then pop it in your journal as a flip. So we're not going to make that one because you can do that. What we'll make is this next stage. And what we've got is some that I rounded, and then I realised this is going to be way too big because obviously I've seen the pocket. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut the edge off because too big, which is fine. You know, you can play as much as you like with these. They're quite a cheap source of ephemera. You can pick these up in charity shops, op shops, whatever you call them. You can even buy them quite cheap if you don't have access to charity shops and things. But I luckily found these in an old shop that was closing down, an old stationery shop, and they were just so cheap. I had to pick them up, and I've had them in my stash for ages, and I didn't know what to do with them. And then I thought, right, that's it. We need to get this. We need to use them because, right. So what I've done, folded one side. So I'm chatting away and I'm not showing you. So fold one side in, put the other straight edge up there like that. And then this bit, we're going to fold so that it holds that down when it's in your journal. And I'm just going to push it down with my scissors. Use a bone folder if you've got one. So this will be our front. So all we have to do is glue this bit. These are so simple. You can do this, guys. It's just a case of playing with your paper. You will come up with some more ideas. I've already had another idea for a different way of doing this, which I'm going to have a go at in a minute. Totally unplanned. I just thought of it as I was putting this together. And we just got to decorate the front. Now, I do have this really pretty, I don't know where it's come from. I've got a feeling this might be a very old digital of from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I'm using it because it's in my stash. And I'm using bits of my stash up. So do we want this on? I just feel like putting some fabric. You know, I love a bit of fabric. I do have a perfume bottle I'll come to use. Oh, that goes quite nice, doesn't it? How about we do that? Oh, I could. Shall I? Shall I turn that into like a mini pocket as well? Why not? I can put something little inside there. So I'm going to pop that on. Honestly, the ideas will just come as you are playing. What I would say is do yourself a whole batch. That's what I did. I just I got a mix of just old, the black coffee, and just got my paintbrush and covered one side. And then on the other side, I put like book pages or tissue, whatever you've got. All right. I don't know what you've got in your stash, what you've got lots of. I do have a lot of the dressmaker's fabric, so I've used that a few times. And it's really nice because it actually colours your page at the same time. So it's a bit of a bonus. And I might as well just pop that in. So that's that's the front. And then you can decorate the inside as well. So you can get a pocket in here because, you know, there's plenty of room to add a little pocket. But it's also a very cool secret hiding space. Now, I haven't got any fabric back out here. I've got some book page. Can I use this? I can't really write on that. I could make it into a pocket on the inside. I'm losing a bit of journaling space, but then if I've got pockets, I can put stuff in. Or, ooh, hang on, we can use these. Let's use these up. They do need a bit of inking. I do try and do all my inking off camera because, you know, it's not the most exciting thing to watch. Oh, I like that side. Obviously, I do apologise if you are not into the grungy journals, but, you know, it's my thing. Oh, what about... I think those would be cool at the bottom, like that. And I'll decorate them a little bit. And I'm just going to put a row. This is totally made up now. I'm now winging it. I had a plan. Oh, I'm getting covered in glue as well. It's all going well. I haven't got a plan anymore. My plan has gone out the window. So, bear with me. We may make some mistakes now. There may be some boo-boos. If I've made any, I'll leave them at the end. But I'm going to show you all the ones I've made at the end of the video. So you can just have a little nosy at all my creating. And you can put little, I've got little tickets. You can put some stamps in there. Little ephemera holder maybe. Some junk off my desk maybe. That can go in as well. I mean, how cool are these? I don't want to put them in too far because obviously my glue is still wet. We can just pop them in like that. And in the other side, what have I got? What have I got? I've got a little box with all my little goodies in. Oh, I've got a tag. Huh, that was handy. And I can pop that in. A bit more writing space. Oh no, that's way too white. Let's just cover that up a bit. So there we go. We can call that one done. And all you do, you can pop that in to your journal. It will stay shut. You could wrap some string around it, like sometimes I do that. Or some yummy wool. This is lovely crinkly wool I've got. And you can... Whoop, I've got too much. Let me just cut some of this off. So if you want it to stay in your journal, you can just glue it down like this with your string, your wool, your sari silk, whatever you're using, and just tie it at the front like this. And that will be in your journal, a bit more decorative. You can also just pop it in on a paper clip on the page, so it's a floating pocket. You can glue it down on the two sides and have it as a tuck spot as well, and it will still open. So here's a collection of things I've made out of these, and very addictive. I've made like 5 of these little notebooks, and they're all slightly different, like you know, when you do junk journals, nothing ever turns out the same, and very easy and simple to do. Oh, this one I changed slightly. I've put the front, and I've done a little belly band inside with a little notebook tucked in, so it just tucks in with one of the pages. So there we go. So those are your little notebooks. Those are the recipe cards that we did, and I did one just with a tab on so I could show you what it looked like. Loads of room for writing. Obviously, you don't need to put a recipe on there. You could put some washi tape over that and then just use them as journaling. But if you want to use them as recipe cards, perfect. We did that one together. These are the ones, these are the flips. So I've just done another one because they're so addictive. And you just flip them and open them. And you can do whatever you like on the front. So, yeah, this one I haven't even done the back. Okay, so another one. This one I've made a little tuck here, and it needs to go, hang on, this needs to go in there. So little tag holder there, and if you glue this bit down into your journal, your page will open and you'll have a little tuck spot, more writing space. Okay, so then there was the step further where we open them up, and we made this one together. This one I showed you we'd already made, and this is one of the tags. Did I show you this one? I can't remember, but I did do a few more. So these are the ones I made that aren't quite grungy. So another little flip. So any style, and these I haven't even coffee dyed, look. Just plain. So it can be a tuck spot in a big page pocket. Obviously very wide for your journals. You may need to cut these down slightly, but you know, you live and learn, and you do make mistakes. Don't worry, it's only scraps. Nothing to worry about, just play. If you make a mistake, doesn't matter. I've got even more ideas about how to use these, but I'll save them for another video. So if you want more ideas, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.